Now, eating protein is super easy, right?
And I would eat 300 to 400 grams of protein a day.
Up to 1.5 grams.
Right now, 1 gram of protein.
4 grams times your body weight.
1 gram of protein for every 1 pound of body weight. A lot of people will say that. It's actually not true.
Protein intake of 1.2 grams kilograms a day.
In this video, I will clarify some of the science and make it stupid simple for literally anyone to understand. I will talk about different types of protein, what is considered high quality, daily protein intake, the amount of protein you can and should eat in each meal, and lastly, some of the ways I make it simple for myself to hit my daily goals. So sit back, relax, at the end of this video you'll know exactly what to do. So starting with different types of protein powders. There are too many different powders for me to go through. You got plant-based, meat-based, but in order to make everything simple for you to digest, I will only focus on the most common types of proteins, which are whey proteins. This is all you need to know about whey. You got whey concentrate, you got whey isolate, and you got whey hydrolysate. Whey concentrate is the cheapest of them all and the most difficult one for the body to digest, and it also got lactose. Whey isolate is a bit more expensive, got higher protein concentration, is easier for the body to digest, and it also got minimal amounts of lactose. And the last one, hydrolysate, is the most expensive one. It's the easiest protein for your body to absorb and got the highest concentration of protein. And each variant is basically a more processed version of the other. Personally, I buy isolate because I'm lactose intolerant, but in the end of the day, it don't really matter which one you take. But keep this in mind, if you have digestive problems or too much money in the bank, you should aim for one of the more higher quality ones. Now, do you need protein drinks? Simple answer, no. But it makes everything much more convenient. But if you find yourself hitting your daily goals simply by just eating and you enjoy eating, then go for it. So one of the more important points about protein is the quality of protein. And it turns out that whey proteins in general are the highest protein, meaning the amount of protein your body can absorb. So if you eat 1 gram of whey protein, you will receive 1 gram of whey protein, unlike other foods. So remember this when it comes to whey proteins, your body will absorb more or less every single gram of protein you put in it. So here's a list of the top foods of high quality proteins. The higher up you go, the more your body absorbs. The lower you go on the list, the less your body will absorb. Meaning, if you eat 50 grams worth of protein in rice, your body might absorb only around 50% of that protein. So if you don't eat anything from the animal kingdom, then soy protein would be your protein of choice. Alright, moving on. How much protein do you need for muscle growth?
600 grams of protein. Wow.
This conversation is probably older than Mac versus PC discussion, but in order to make it simple for you at home, we will only talk about total body mass and not lean body mass. So you should eat 1.6 or 1.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This is what the latest science says, and it's great news because it makes everything easier for us at home. If you want to argue about it, you can do it down in the comments. So how does this work? For example, me, I weigh 71 kilos, so I take 1.6 times 71. That equals 113.6 grams. It don't matter if you're a man, woman, old or young, the rules are the same, almost. And let me clarify. The older you get, you might need more protein per serving, but not in your daily total. And that leads us to our next question. How much can you eat per serving? The simple answer is a lot. You can have up to 100 grams in a meal, because at this moment we haven't really found the upper limits to how much the body can actually absorb. Just focus on your daily goals and you'll be fine. There is, on the other hand, something called too little protein in a meal. But it's not that serious. Let me explain. Let's say that you eat 4 meals per day. You would want to divide the amount of protein as evenly as possible in each meal for maximum muscle growth. But in reality, it ain't always that easy. It's absolutely fine to compensate your next meal if you had a meal before that with a little bit of protein, but aim to eat at least a minimum of 0.25 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for optimal muscle growth in each meal. Meaning if you weigh 71 kilograms like I do, you should eat at least 17.75 grams of protein in each meal for optimal results. But as I said, you'll be fine either way. Just focus on your daily goal and rather eat too much than too little protein. So now we know what protein to eat and how much to eat. Moving on to the last point. Make it easy for yourself. So how do you get the right amount of protein in your body in a day without it being too difficult? There really is no right answer for this, so this is only my personal opinion. Just like I treat my workouts, I treat my protein intake. I like to do the heavy lifting as early as possible. Same goes for protein. I eat the most in the earliest stages of the day just to make the rest of the day more chill. Why I eat the most amount of protein early in the day is because it's at that time I have my most consistent meals that usually don't change. So I eat 6 eggs in the morning, that's around 36 grams of protein. And why I like eggs is because you can cook them however you want. If you get tired of scrambled, you can boil them or whatever. So I start my morning with 36 grams of egg. Then about 1 to 2 hours later, I drink a protein shake, whey isolate, 30 grams. That's a total of 66 grams of protein, more than half my daily intake out the way. And for me, this is the best way because it takes the pressure off the other meals for the rest of the day. So for example, if I'm working, my last meal, I only have 15 minutes to eat it and I don't want a protein shake, so I will simply just eat less protein. Or if it's the weekend and you're out with your friends, you want to eat at a restaurant, you don't want to count your macros and shit, you just want to eat. That's why I think it's the best way, because I already know that I did the heavy lifting earlier today. But on regular days, I already have food prepped and I will eat around 200 grams of chicken or beef or something like that for lunch and dinner. And that's my daily total. And if I'm uncertain that I've hit my goals, I would just down a protein shake and overdo it, and then I know I'm good. But some of you weigh around 80 to 90 kilos, you ain't got it easy like me, so you might want to drink 2 protein shakes per day as a standard. But I'm super curious how you guys do it because I want to improve. Maybe you have a better system. Let me know down in the comments so we can grow together. To summarize the key points of what I said, if you have trouble hitting your daily goal, eat the most amount of protein on your most consistent meals. That takes the pressure off the rest of the day. You can eat up to 100 grams in a meal, so don't worry about overeating. And lastly, take your body weight in kilos times 1.6 grams of protein, and there you have your daily intake.